Hey guys, welcome. Today this is Dash League Network semifinals O versus Arc. I got today in the booth with me Percent and Vertigo. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
All right, so they've got everyone in here, and both teams pretty much bring in their top roster. They're taking this seriously. It's semifinals. The winner of this is guaranteed $1,500 cash prize, and the loser has to go on to fight for the $1,000 third place prize. So, I mean, it's good to see OK back. He was a beast last season. Hasn't had a lot of opportunity to play this season. Little bit, been at college, not had a ton of time to play. They brought in Lion Cat, who's been one of their stronger new players. And, of course, Laggy's always been one of their beasts. And then they've got Gatsby on the Rockets. So both teams are definitely looking to take this win. The Canyon's a big map for both of them. I mean, historically, it's been a fight between the two, but Arc's generally won these battles. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens if Other has a game plan for how to shake that loss streak.
Yeah, and we've got Arc over here with Gamer Smash, Lumi, Odd, Ichigo, and VX. Each one of those guys is a killer in their own right. Really excited to see what they bring, what kind of strategy Odd has cooked up for this match. I'm sure they've been practicing and discussing in their secret vault, making sure that they've got something set up for this important semifinals match. So I'm interested to see what they bring to the table.
Yeah, we had a good scrim against them on this map yesterday. But I mean, honestly, you don't generally see Arc being able to bring these 5 players together, who I would consider their top 5 players. So this is going to be a different type of Arc than I think we're used to seeing.
Yep, and definitely going to see, just like Gatsby, going to see Odd rocking those rockets. Bad pun. For the rest of this match. So interested to see what he does. Also, he's brought along some good shock meta. He'll give him some credit for some of the shock blasting on the top of the attic on the second point of part of this checkpoint. So interested to see what they bring for each section. I think as you usually bring a percent for launch pads, similar here, it's kind of a different map, the first checkpoint to the second. So with that said, you said you did do this quick scrum with Arc. How did they do against you, considering you just came out of your Onyx match? Was Arc able to make it through checkpoint?
No, they were not. But I mean, you saw Team and them today. We're playing at peak right now, so I don't think that takes away anything from Arc. And Arc didn't bring these particular 5 players with them, but I mean, no, I mean they played really well. But I feel like right now, Team and them's checkpoint hold is one of the stronger checkpoint holds that any team has.
Yep, and for those of you who aren't very familiar with Canyon, the first checkpoint is very difficult, especially once the defensive crew gets their defense set up, as there are no dashes for you to take. There is only 1 or 2 dashes by the defenders, so really tough to get in there with just 3 dashes, jump around that corner and deal with a rocket user. So I'm sure we'll definitely see rockets. I'm interested to see how quickly we see them. I saw Team Name had them very early on against Onyx, which I thought was great. So I would like to see what kind of loadouts and setups they have planned for this matchup.
Definitely something we've been playing with. But you know what? I think Arc is going to bring everything to the table today.
Yep, here we go.
I'd be surprised if Other makes it very far past the first bend.
Okay, well, that's actually a good, since we got 25 seconds here, predictions. Quad, you want to start us off, as you were pretty close on that waterway prediction last time.
Yeah, I'm thinking will probably get to like close to the checkpoint, and Arc is gonna stop them. And then who knows what they can do with Arc. I mean, they might be able to hold Arc a little bit sooner. So I think both teams will be pre-checkpoint, but I think Arc will probably win.
Okay, all right. What are you thinking?
Close.
I'm thinking like a card or 2 away from actually reaching that checkpoint, barrier there. So I don't think they'll even get underneath it. And then Arc's gonna finish with like 2 minutes left.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm hoping both of them make it through checkpoint. I want to see a longer match this time, so I'm hoping for at least. I'm hoping to see Other get at least past checkpoint. I'll just leave it at that, because then whatever they get done, I'm sure Arc is probably going to push it to that point. So here we are already starting off, though. Gamer and Arc holding this chaos room down a lot. This main exit points out to the health pack room.
Arc's extremely passive. They're not really attacking the cart very much. They're kind of just looking to take out anyone who's pushing past. Finally, Odd pushes in, but he kills himself. The classic little suicide when you've got those shocks. But nonetheless, I mean, it's a very passive defense from Arc, which is not something we're typically used to. They've been a little bit more forward. You usually pull maybe 1 or 2 people backwards and then kind of push up. But right now, they finally got a little bit of a clear, and they're pushing up a little more aggressive than they have been.
Yeah, and I think part of that strategy is Odd trying to keep those shocks for a long period of time. I think if he could work that rail once the cart gets to this point here that Ichigo's looking at, he would be able to get kill after kill. But getting that shock sweep on himself. Sorry, Odd. Was definitely a tough one for him to get at the beginning of this map. So they're going to be Other is going to be getting some extra motion. Here you see Lumi going for that shock, trying to get it to put more pressure on the cart. But Other doing a decent job of getting this cart pushed, even though
Nice
Gamer Smash is
play by
coming
Gamer.
in. Yeah.
They're a little bit behind time, though. For sure.
Yep. How are we looking on time here so far?
I mean, they're
about-
falling back a little bit. This is
Yeah.
a pretty strong hold right now. This is not exactly where Other wants to be. They can definitely make up the time, but it's looking rough.
Yeah.
It's continuing to hold this little lobby area. They're finally getting some movement, but they're still being contested. And look, Cart's already down again. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. They really want to be much closer to that bend right now, but they're not. And the fact that they're so far behind, I mean, I do think pre-checkpoint is in the books here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think at this point, team name was already around the corner here on Onyx.
I want to say
they
we
were already
had
actually
like
close
a
to the
historic
checkpoint.
pace. I
Yeah.
want to say we were like 5 minutes at this bend already. Like,
Yeah, you guys were at like 3 minutes, like cruising into the checkpoint.
I mean, Team and we treated Onyx like we would treat D, and I think it paid off.
Yep, so here we go. We got Gamer getting set up. Other is getting a small amount of push, but Gamer and the rest of the ARC boys are sitting on top of that ledge waiting to snipe down anyone jumping on the cart. Gamer is watching the back's flank area here to make sure no one gets behind them. Seeing some other guys dropping in, most likely laggy or a little bit. Who knows? Missed who that was. But we are getting a lot of cart-centric focus here. Multiple guys on the cart. We're at 3 minutes, about to clear this corner, so
You know-
they have gotten some decent motion so far.
And we still don't have rockets up, which is kind of surprising. It's something that Odd usually is pulled up by now, way earlier actually. And still no rockets. No one's sitting on cart, so they are getting some movement here.
Yep, they are. And Laggy getting
with some
contorting,
ridiculous movement there. He's probably doing a backflip in real life.
full contortion in that
There we
moment.
go.
But
Rockets up, and now things are going to start getting a little more tough for Other. Not that they have been easy up to this point, but rockets are going to make it that much tougher.
Yep, and is Other going to try to group up, or are they going to try to keep pushing in here to keep the disruption going? Because once Arc gets set up, they have a very tough defensive hold. We've got VX in here, I guess in what they call the Chaos Room, putting some work in, trying to get that disruption going, but he does lose to the 2v1. Gatsby diving in, trying to get on that cart, is taken out quickly by Lumi. Looks like Lumi is taking control of staying on top of the cart. So hopefully they'll be slowing down some of this motion here with 2 minutes left before this first checkpoint.
If we check out Odd, I'm kind of curious. I don't see rockets just flying randomly around the corner like I'd normally do. And we're not. Yeah, I mean, Odd is not using rockets. It's very surprising.
Yep. But once again, nobody on the cart right there, and just those small moments where you're not getting that kill or not diving on the cart is going to get them a little bit of motion. So with 2 minutes left, there's a chance they're going to make it. Going to have to see a strong
Nice
defensive
headshot.
mark. Yep, good
With
headshot.
2 minutes left, Other is already past the point that they reached last year or last season in the semifinals against TMNM. They're way further. They're already that cart length that I predicted away, so they're going to beat my prediction. And this is kind of interesting because Odd definitely could have been a difference maker on rockets, and he's opted to not use them today.
Yeah, agree. Really, those rockets are a key part of the meta these days, and does make it very difficult for you to push in. But at the same time, he does have guns pointing down these main sight lines. I think they are trying to get up a solid, machine gun rifle line here to make sure they're not actually getting to this point. But once again, you've got a bunch of solid players on Other trying to push in. But currently no promotion as of right now.
This very minute amount of verticality to get up and down and around. And he's gotten multiple kills like this, even though he's just totally critical. Unfortunately, his team's not totally capitalizing. They need to get movement on the cart. And all those kills basically amount to nothing when everyone gets to reset before you even push past this area. I mean, you create space, you want to take it. And so, right there, getting those kills was nice. But if Other's not moving the cart, it didn't amount to much. Got a minute left. It's getting really tough for Other, but it's certainly doable. They're not terribly far away here.
Yeah, I was looking at the cart monitor the whole time, looking for that arrow to be pushing forward, which we are seeing right now. It's a little bit of motion there, but yes, during Lioncat's whole attack, there was no motion on that cart, so unfortunately no one was there to make that move. But looks like Odd is setting up once again, no rockets. Definitely still really surprised on this one, just like you are.
I mean, I think they see this as an opportunity to try something new before finals. They just assume they're going to make it. Odd's a cocky little kid sometimes. And I mean, he's not totally wrong. 20 seconds left. This is going to be... Other needs to get a significant push in. This is it. Do or die. They need to come out team white, which is possible. We've seen it before. We've seen Recco come in and take out 5 of them and push it right exactly at this point in finals of season 0 or 1. So it's doable, but it's looking rough, man. 2 seconds, 1 second, and no overtime. Arc wins.
Wow,
So
look at that.
they did
49.
get it right into that little barrier.
49% Ichigo, you are no longer the best predictor.
Switching sides.
Check the scores. Let's see. Gamer Smash top dasher for Arc, 26 kills, 17 deaths, 29-24. And then on the other side, Laggy with 21 kills, 25 deaths, and 24-72.
But they're all pretty close. I mean, top to bottom, scores
yeah.
are pretty even
Yeah.
everywhere. You know, on both teams. You know, on both sides. I mean, up to down, it's not that much points separating each team.
And we see why they call Laggy Laggy. He's getting the yellow paint
Yeah.
on the back.
Yeah, at least
Everyone's
it's
green.
not red,
Everyone's
okay.
green except for Leggy. Interesting.
So here we go, first part of the cart push. You got Odd on cart. Hoping to see Gatsby pulling some rockets out way earlier because they're going to have to put some good work in to disrupt this car very early on.
Yeah, once we get the camera on Gatsby, I'd bet he's already got the rockets up, unless they've taken him out.
So Gatsby,
And
yep,
he does.
has his
He
rockets.
does. Can he
Ooh,
do it? Yes,
nice
he can. Nice. That's a great job by Gatsby. They're getting those kills. Unfortunately, DX immediately tracks him and kills him.
Yep, so we did get one cart stop, but Arc is right back on and they're getting it moving. Great headshot by Gamer Smash. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of those throughout this game. But interesting to see how much Other's going to be able to push in here with this.
Other is fighting for this lobby right now instead of fighting at the cart. They're having a tough time getting there to clear anything. There we go. Nice kill. I don't know how the hell he didn't kill himself, but he made it happen.
Yeah, I thought he was dead too. It's a little double stack. We do see people coming in here pushing through the doorway past the health pack. So we're going to see a lot of that to try to get the disruption on the cart. Gatsby, of course, going for that rocket real quick. Where are you going, Gatsby? Getting that dash?
That double stack is a bit of a stolen meta from y'all, and it's something that we've been doing too. I think everyone's starting to do it. You got that tight little squeeze space, and so putting two people on there means that if one person pushes past, they're facing a 2v1 instead of a 1v1. That much harder to actually clear the cart right here.
Yeah, and we've all done the math on how long it takes you to get there with a double, triple, or single stack, but sometimes it is good to have those guys pushing, so yeah, it is difficult to get a lot of people on the cart, but that did make fast motion for you guys last game. But here we go, Arc has two people on cart, riding for a little bit, pushing forward to get some disruption. Looks like OK does get his kill on Gamer Smash, which is always a big one. Are they going to stop the cart, though? It looks like it is down now, but now we are double stacked and they are moving. So they're getting a small amount of motion when they can. Gatsby finally set up on these rockets. Let's see if he can hold, and he cannot. He gets wiped very quickly. So 4 minutes at the corner here.
I mean, this is basically an average push for Arc, and that means both teams are doing pretty well. It's not like spectacular on either end, but that is good result in the semifinals to have 4 minutes at this point.
Yep, and looks like Arc does get a little bit of a clear here in this health pack room. Does get a decent trade. Let's see how Other gets set up for this defense here.
I mean, we say tale of two maps between checkpoint, but this is a tale of two maps as well. Getting to here at 4 minutes is pretty standard. Getting past here all the way to checkpoint is a totally different game now. Everything is group up, and it's totally different. You don't just ride the cart and survive, and the fields, the shield's facing away from the enemy. Now you've got that really, really tough job of actually clearing out a setup defense.
Yeah, and it looks like Other's doing a decent job right now, holding them off. I've been watching that arrow at the top of the screen, have not seen any cart motion yet. We do see some guys clearing out back by the dash room. Gamer Smash coming in does get killed by, looks like a 2v1 or 3v1. Ichigo getting sneaky on the back flank area, trying to put some pressure on this dash. Is he going to get the dash steal? Looks like we still don't have any cart motion. We did for a second there, but then they were killed immediately. Ichigo just hiding, waiting, trying to get on cart.
This is similar, yeah, I mean, this is similar to earlier, though. The cart's still stopped. Ichigo's getting kills. Cart's still stopped. You really need to make sure your team's capitalizing, or you're capitalizing on these kills.
Yep. And looks like we had some shocks coming in. Does get one kill. Lion Cat trying to be extra aggressive here. Does get one side kill. They are getting some cart motion. I'm assuming those rockets are Gatsby's. So, Lion Cat getting some work done. Laggy on the cart, dancing, I'm sure, to save his life. And Lumi is getting some cart push. Gatsby does get taken out quickly. And we'll see if Arc can trickle in here and start getting some motion. So we've got 2:22 left. Gatsby does manage to stay alive. Sure, he's going to try to get up on that perch to start shooting down those rockets. Arc does get cleared out. Looks like we have one guy hiding around the corner. BX, nice kill on Gatsby. That is huge, especially as the rocket's here. So let's see if Arc can get a solid push here.
Yeah, Arc's pretty well grouped up. A little bit taking out one of their people. Oh, Lumi takes him out. This could be a push, but at the same time, O's still kind of set up. Oh, nice kill there by Lion Cat. That's basically going to end any type of group up push.
Did they see the one in the little sniper perch?
And I like to see that button crouch meta. It's kind of funny. Like before yellow, no one really messed with the button crouch, and now it's like pretty universal. It's funny to see it everywhere.
It's just funny when I see a guy pancake out of nowhere. All right, so we got multiple people jumping on the cart here. Did get a rocket taking it out. Lumi getting a kill. Oh, if he'd gotten that wipe though, that would have been a great push for them. Looks like we do have OK working on standing on top of that cart. Arc members are trying to slip in the back here by the dash area. Looks like Other is getting set up for a solid defensive hold, so let's see what Arc has for us on this next push.
It's going to be hard to hold this little distance. I mean, they're really right there.
Yeah, they got a minute and 10.
Yeah, let's see what we got. How much percent? So we are 47. They just need 2 more percent, and I feel like on this part of the map, that 2% is actually somewhat accurate versus others. Like on Launchpad for 85 to 86%.
Yeah.
But it's like the longest percent in the world. So here we go, got some good kills though. We are prioritizing the cart. We are getting fights on the cart though. A bunch of clears. I'm sure you're going to see a shock. Yep, there it is.
44 seconds. This is, Arc can do this. Arc can easily do this, but O is really defending it with way too many people, I'd say.
This is such a close one.
I mean, they need to break up any sort of group ups because this is such a tiny distance. Gatsby literally can't rocket enough, even if he's using alternating rockets and he's not going to use alternating rockets, to prevent multiple people from hitting it.
All they gotta do is just tap it one more time and it's over.
20 seconds, gotta keep.
Oh, don't run away! Don't run away!
O can hold this.
You gotta be here.
There we go. Let's see what Gatsby does. We got
15 seconds, and look, they just gotta touch it. Oh, stand on that cart, brother.
Get on it, Lion Cat.
Oh, here we go from behind. Oh, nice job by Gatsby. They take out Gatsby, though. This could be it. 4 seconds left, and Arc does
3
it.
seconds.
3
Wow,
seconds.
that was
3
so
seconds
close.
left. Wow. So they blew out my prediction. Oh, did a great job here. Unfortunately, 3 seconds away from winning.
Man,
Wow,
I
but
was
great
rooting
job
for
by Arc.
I wanted to see that. That would be insane.
Hey, an upset would have been fantastic.
yeah,
I mean, look,
dude,
they
I
were
was
so
hoping
close.
that O would hold him. I was like, come on, O, just.
That was insane. That was
Yeah.
intense. That was right there, man. Wow. And honestly, if Gatsby hadn't died, you have to.
They
imagine
might have
that
actually held it. Yeah.
They would have held him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gamer Smash top scoring, and
That
Lion
was a
Cat's
good performance
top
though
scoring
by
pro.
both teams for sure.
Yep. Good performance by both
Yep.
teams. 3 seconds. Wow, what a close game for semifinals. Excellent.
Yep, and very even for point score across the board from both teams. So, you know, granted, Ichigo and Gamer only one's touching 5,000, so definitely those guys getting a lot of work done. A lot of disruption, great shots. So, yeah, overall, fantastic game from both teams. Wasn't expecting to see something that close.
I was right about that prediction again.
So, Quad is going to be the new highlight predictor for all of our next matches. Ichigo, watch out. He's going to take all your random prizes from you. But we'll see what happens. But yeah.
It's like his gift has been passed on to me while he's playing in game. And then as soon as he gets out of game, then it's going to go back to him.
Yep, he'll just get it back perfectly. But yeah, both of you predicted pre-checkpoints, so no, definitely a good matchup. You know, not seeing those rockets, you know, honestly, I would. Do you think Ob would go as deep as trying not to use them to give up some information to you, percent for your next game?
Yeah, I mean, knowing Odd, yes, 100%. I mean, he told me I couldn't sub for in a scrimmage recently, and I was like, what? Like, dude, we basically have told you all of our strats. We're not really hiding shit from each other. Between our two teams, it's mostly just like out for execute the other team. I mean, we're not really hiding shit from each other anymore. No, I mean, in one sense, that's the type of behavior Odd's done in the past. But in another sense, I really feel like Odd recognizes that we probably have tons and tons of not only video, but actual hands-on experience dealing with him and his rockets. I don't really think there's much to hide in that regard. He definitely could have used the rockets like we've traditionally seen them. If he's got something new up his sleeve, cool. But like, I don't really understand dropping that for this map. It almost cost them the win here. It really did. I mean, 3 seconds is a very minute amount of time. But I've also seen them playing other before without rockets. Like when we saw them for the first time they played this season, they played Launchpad, and Arc rarely touched any rocketry at all. It was mostly pistols on all sides, and they actually did a much better job on that map than this one. So it's kind of curious. Maybe it's just an anti-strat to other or something along those lines.
Yeah, no, we'll see. You know, Gassy was trying to get his rocket work done, but unfortunately was getting disrupted a lot by Ichigo VX and Gamer Smash. So that did definitely hurt the beginning of the middle point of that push when they were turning the corner. Gatsby did lock things down at the end, but yeah, that last clear. Who was that? Was that Ichigo or someone who came from behind, coming over the top of checkpoint, getting that one clear? I thought that was going to be it at that point, but definitely a bunch of other guys jumped in at that point. So yeah, great matchup overall. Good to see those guys keeping it so close. I'm sure you know people were screaming on both sides of on both teams during that whole section. So it looks like we got Gatsby here in the booth.
Whoo!
What up, Gatsby? Man, if you'd stayed alive, y'all would have held them. We all know
Oh
it.
man, yeah, he got a ricochet shot off the back wall.
Is that what it was? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't get to see that. Oh, that's gotta
Yeah.
suck. Get rid of bounce shots. No, I love bounce shots,
Take it
but
down like
sometimes,
4.
man,
Take it from
sometimes
7
it's
Yeah,
so
sometimes
frustrating.
they just.
Y'all
That,
were so close. 3 seconds.
Oh,
That's
man.
unbelievable, man.
It was
Unbelievable.
crazy, and I actually, when we were pushing, I lagged out about like the minute and a half mark, and I came back at the 30-second mark.
Oh, bro. That's
So
rough.
it was yeah, a lot happened, but man, that was a fun game. That was
It was a
just
great match. I mean,
two
within
teams
3
just
seconds.
exchanging haymakers. I know. Oh man, if I had just been able to nick that guy before he killed me, I think we would have had that because I was gonna blast it right on too, and they were an inch away for like I don't know how long.
It was a
about
while. It was like
minute.
30
Yeah, y'all
seconds to a
held them
minute. Yeah.
very impressively for that long stretch, and then as soon as they took you out, we kind of knew that was it. I mean, it was
Yeah.
right there.
And so it goes. That kind of reminded me of the semifinals match against you guys last season, where I had a pretty decent run, and we were like, "Oh man, we could hold this." And then you got that pick on me, and you loaded like 3 onto the cart.
For that, I have a highlight video that's somewhere.
Yeah, good stuff.
We were super frustrated by you. That was the goal. We're just like kill Gatsby at all costs. and nowadays,
felt that.
it's not even like a kill Gatsby thing. It's just kill the Rockets. Like we
kill the
totally,
Rockets,
were evolved as a team. Back then,
Yeah.
it's just like each player was like a player, but now there's roles. The
Yeah.
way we see them. But
it's
Rockets have
a
evolved
good-
quite a bit in one season.
Oh,
haven't
for
they?
sure, for sure. And it's a good game because I don't know what anybody had for KD in that game. There was not a moment I checked. Even post game, I didn't even look. I didn't even think about it. It was just that game was just chaos from start to finish.
It was mad chaos. Lots of fighting at all moments.
Mhm.
I mean, there was tons of exchanges of kills back and forth, but that was fun. I mean, shit, dude. 3 seconds. So close. I really wanted
It
you
was
guys
so
to pull it
close.
off, man.
Yeah,
I really did.
we were just yelling in the comms. I would just like pile near the cart. I was like, not on the cart, near the cart. We need to be able to sprint for a split second to get onto that cart. Yeah, so that was great. That was super fun. That's dude, that's what makes Dash League so much fun, man. Just like those moments, and
Yeah,
just
that was a great match.
I felt like my entire body was just like felt like it's been pressurized like a coal into a diamond during that game. I was like, did anyone else feel like they almost had an aneurysm during that match? Like it was heavy stuff, but I'm proud of the team. A little bit laggy, haven't been able to play a whole lot, but they show up every single time they show up. They just show up and they kick some butt.
We saw Laggy do some somersaults. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Laggy's in good spirits and vibing and kind of our focus with this game, and Laggy specifically preached it, was just like, let's not worry about the result. Obviously, we're going to try to win at whatever it takes to do that, and we're going to play hard, but like, let's not get stressed out. Let's just make this fun. Celebrate the cool kills that you get. Don't get frustrated with, lag or lagging out of the server like happened to me. So we focused on that, and it was good. So hopefully Callie can rally them and we can force a control point.
Man, definitely would love to see a control point here.
So what map do we have coming up next, Gatsby?
We've got Waterway.
I
Yeah.
think we all knew that going in, right?
Yeah.
Y'all got Laggy and Lion Cat a little bit, and OK and Cabby. That's a good lineup. I'm curious though, why are we not seeing Lat?
Yeah, where's Lat today?
Lat just felt like this was the best lineup, and he and Callie specifically are kind of the two that make a lot of the decisions about lineups, and he felt like we needed aggression, and he was like, I can play certain roles, but OK can probably play that role better. I can do certain things, but Callie can probably dominate the button caps more. So he was a team player and specifically decided that he was going to step out of this one to try to get our best lineup that we could put in.
I mean, good on him. Good on him. It's always tough to give up playtime, especially when you've been such an integral member of the lineups every single game up till now, which Lat has. I mean, honestly, like he was much bigger part of y'all's team this season than he was previously.
Yeah, I would agree, and a lot of that was just we needed a strong voice to get involved since I wasn't able to be around as much like I was typically previously had been the comms lead, and so him stepping in and trying to be vocal about rallying the team and keeping them organized was a super huge part. And also, he's just been such a consistent player for so long, and so those two pieces definitely led to more time for him. But I want to specifically shout out Lion Cat, because I feel like Lion Cat, especially over like the second half of this season, has really come on super strong. Like just seeing him kind of play toe to toe with some of the best in the league now, and his accuracy is just ridiculous. I really hate playing him in pubs because I feel like I get headshotted across the map like 5 or 6 times every single game from him, where it's just like, I barely peeked my head out, man. Come on.
And yeah, no, I've actually seen him adapt. He's now using that Tsar Lewin hand grip that we see Qual and Pancake and Flippy all adapting to as well. Yeah. And you know, honestly, like the first time I saw Tsar with it, I was like, is that dude holding a hula hoop or what the hell? But it works. It works for certain players. It's really changed their aim to like significantly improve them. And I'm seeing that with more and more players. Questek started to use it. It's becoming like pretty well adapted to the entire league.
Yeah. I've definitely kind of spread out my gun stance a lot more recently. Just found that it helps my accuracy. I think what it really comes down to is that, like, with your arms out of the way, you can kind of just focus on the bullet tracer as opposed to kind of being distracted with what your gun is pointed at.
Right,
and I feel like it helps.
Yeah, I've never looked at my guns. I have like a halfway between the two kind of.
I think that's kind of where I'm at. It's not crazy large. It's not like I'm hugging a bear, but
exactly. I do try to use my guns to block my body just a little, or my head, I should say, a little bit. Like if I know you're gonna shoot there, the guns themselves don't have a hitbox.
Yeah,
so like you can actually block bullets with them, which is stupid, but it's part of the game.
When did Tor get into the booth? This is some some OG strats right here.
Yeah, so all I have to do is like set my Guardian to my ankles or something. I forget how you did it. Remember when they had the slider? You could just slide yourself into Tor mode.
And what I loved about that is they thought that was going to fix the issue of like all the. I was like, no, this is like allowing them to customize it.
Yeah, but as much as I'd love to talk about Tor mode, what do you guys think? Predictions for Waterway?
Oh, man, I think we're gonna probably see a grind out. I could see an early point from one team or the other, just one team just getting thrown off a little bit, but I don't know if. I think after a point or two, you're going to see it slow down, and it's going to kind of grind out. And Arc plays this pretty, not deliberately, but they definitely have slowed down their approach. They're not full on blitzing. So yeah, I don't know.
I'm thinking 3-2 in about 20 minutes.
Okay. Ooh,
3-2 in 20 minutes. Oh, 20 minutes total. Okay, I thought you meant 20 minutes left. I'm like, bro.
No,
five points.
That would be such a strange math. 3-2.
I don't know. I mean, other
for this matchup here.
B. So, I mean, that's going to be the difference. Is Arc going to hold down B during their countdowns, or are they going to overly commit to holding down the enemy base? That's going to be the entirety of it, I think. But right now, we're seeing buttons trade back and forth. No one really getting a huge lead here. Oh, here we go. Arc with a first countdown.
Oh, wow.
And there is a counter at B, but look, VX by himself holding it, and they counter their own base.
Right there.
Oh, VX with a nice headshot. He's on a little kill streak of 2. It's taken out by Cali. Nice job. And there we go. We're basically reset, and we'll see what happens. That was some good momentum for a second, man. That clear over at B.
The kill at B
secured it.
definitely got me a little stressed here.
And here we go, another countdown. But they again, it was really good at clearing this B, getting the counter there. We're gonna see that pretty consistently. If Arc can adapt to that, and just actually hold the button with like 2 people. That'll just change everything. So I'm just curious, has Arc actually bothered studying their opponent here, or are they going to just kind of do what they always do?
I think you always just sort of write out your strategy a little bit to get settled into it, and then you kind of have to make the read about what you need to change. It's always dangerous to change too quickly because, like, right now you could have a player that's struggling a little bit in terms of, like, looks like Lumi hasn't quite hit his rhythm yet, and so if Lumi's position and his job, he's not quite able to do it just because he's warming into the game. Like, you don't want to throw out all of your strategies that have been tried and true just because you need to get into the game a little bit. I think giving a little time first is always helpful.
Ooh, Lumi almost getting to that button, but it wouldn't have mattered. They right there to clear him out. Good job by Laggy.
A little bit.
Man, no one's really taking momentum here. We get another countdown. No,
there we go.
It's gonna be by they instantly there to counter B. Another countdown.
Another countdown there. I actually like what Little Bit did there. He knew there was going to be multiple flooding to the button, so by dropping down, it kind of spread out Arc, and they had to drop down to chase after. And I think that when you know you can't finish off a cap, hitting that button and making people scramble across the base is sometimes what's going to set up the next opportunity, you know?
Absolutely.
We got Ichigo with a 10-7. On O side, looks like we've got two. Callie actually leading with kills with 9 and 8, and OK with 9 and 6. So that's pretty solid.
VX here, man. VX is 12 and 9, crushing it.
Oh shit! Yeah. I mean, VX is
former
always
O
just
player.
absolute.
He's probably got a little bit of advantage. He's played against these guys more than anyone on Arc, right? In internal.
Yeah, I mean, at least, I'm trying to think. He really only played because, keep in mind that Callie and Lion were additions this season, and Little Bit was an addition last season. So VX only really played with Laggy and OK during this time.
True. But VX was he was on Elite with Little Bit for a little minute, right? Or how long did that last? I don't know.
I don't even.
There we go.
remember,
Countdown to
man.
counter B. That's what I'm saying. Oh, so great at countering
Another
B.
Another counter. Nice counter. Huge counter.
Wait, this could
another
be it,
countdown
though.
He's the only one.
Nice. Double
Two
counter. They
counters.
flip two
Full
buttons.
counters. Well done.
They got to get VX. They take care of VX. That's going to end that total momentum right there, and we're already back reset. Another
It's-
countdown, though. Holy shit. Someone must have snuck in.
Someone must have gotten through the basement. Yeah, is my guess. And they got look at that. You got
Here we go. And
2,
look, they're
3
totally
there.
covering
Now
this
they're gonna have to
B.
push up.
Oh,
But now
but there
look
we
at-
go.
oh, they just
They've
half-
double countered again. We're getting another countdown. Odd is
Countered
super
it
low here.
again.
Gets taken
Great
out by
kill
Callie.
by Callie. Great kills. Good job, Callie. Wow.
Yeah, Callie's clearing out
Awesome.
the whole team. by
3.
herself.
Damn. He's like, get out of my way.
Some nice moves there. We're 5 minutes in here. No points scored by either team. And really, I can't say either team's been more dominant. It's been really even.
Yeah. And
This
these
may
games.
be one of the most even matches we've seen this season so far. I mean, 3 seconds dividing the winner of that last match.
Yeah,
Right now, we're 5 minutes in with no decisive leader.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, and Arc a little bit having some lag issues. It looks like there.
You know that college internet, man.
The college dorm internet is
Like, that's the only one.
There
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, shit!
yeah.
But he gets it. He gets it. He saves the day.
Oh,
He
that's
saves the day.
insane.
Dude, the 1-on-5 counter is one of the most impressive plays. I feel like, the button caps themselves, like finishing off a button is obviously feels more important, but those are so clutch because stopping that in that situation where it's almost like
You're the only one
unstackable
allowed
odds.
to do it. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
And a lot of times the other team knows that. They know that they've killed 3-4 players. They know that there's really only maybe one chance. And for them to be able to pull that off is always super impressive.
I mean, that happened to us several times today. I remember one time being like, it's literally you, brother. It's all you, man. There's no one
Yeah.
alive. And dude just like, you know what? I'm going to put the team on my back. I'm going to go grab that button.
It's like, get out of my way. Oh, Gamer's first aim accuracy is just so ridiculous. His ability
Head
to just
movement
spin.
is ridiculous, too. I mean, I'm getting
Yeah.
nauseous just watching the dude.
Yeah.
So many players like that, like Flippy, and you watch them just like how.
Oh, but they've
Oh.
got. Oh, it has C. Interesting.
And
There's
here
the
we go.
countdown. There's the countdown.
Double
But it's full
counter.
teams. Lion, great kill.
Oh, doing a great job here countering at both points at the home base and B.
Well, and I think that's part of the aggression that we wanted to play with is that Arc is very organized with how they perform their caps. They're going to have people in specific positions. So I really feel like a lot of times the best way to deal with that is just by being so aggressive that they don't really know where the counter can come from.
We're throwing a group up at the bottom of B. We've seen them do that in the last few games. It's like one of their new strat metas.
Odd doing great there.
And
Oh my
Odd staying
goodness.
alive despite
But
hanging out
they're
right
losing
there in front of that
position.
shield.
Gee. Countdown.
Odd's like, with my internet, I can do whatever I want. What are you talking about? Odd's like a
It's-
Terminator.
No, odds like Thanos, like, and now reality can be whatever I want.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at Gamer Smash over here.
And I hate to say it, so I'm gonna call the. Ooh, that was interesting.
Yeah, Gamer
Little-
Smash having a little
Flip
internet
looking
moment.
big
Little,
time.
yeah. Well, and I hate to say it, but this has all of the makings of this being decided by somebody lagging out. Like
It very well could. It very well could.
and
With
I
the
don't want
internet that
like
we're
a knock
looking
on.
at.
That's a knock on wood situation. I don't want that to happen anyway. But like regardless of whether it benefits my team or not, like it just sucks when that happens. But it's just you have this feeling that it's gonna grind out like that.
Of course, you hope that the person who drops out is an ARC team, right?
I mean, if someone has
want
to
a
drop
control
out,
point.
I would prefer it to be I'd prefer it to be Arc. Oh,
Yo,
good
nice
kill,
there by
Lion.
Lion Cat. He's critical, but he's going to end that little group up that Arc was trying to establish at the bottom of the B.
Nice kill by OK, and they're doing a good job. This is one of the things we talked about on Waterway specifically. Is
Go, countdown. Oh, but they counter at their own base.
We gotta keep pushing up. Oh, Odd with the pick. They got.
Interesting gun grip. We were talking about gun grips earlier.
Yeah.
Look at the way he holds it. One gun back, one gun forward. It's like, what are you doing?
Ooh, countdown.
Oh,
One down.
Oh,
is this it?
nice.
This is
Yo,
a point.
Is this gonna be a point?
Oh, good God.
There you go, counter.
This is a real
Second,
match,
man.
guys.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is incredible. This is good
Yeah.
stuff. There's been pressure on both sides. Again, I would say no one's really dominated anything. This has been a really nice, even match.
Yep.
And it's very interesting when you look at the actual kill counts too, because Other is actually behind on the KD, but they are getting the job done, pushing that button. I know Callie is usually very aggressive and diving in the base nonstop.
Yep.
Same with a little bit and Laggy. So interested to see what they can pull some coordination and actually get a button off.
And Laggy's KD is definitely lower than what we typically see. What
Button
the?
hold there. There was a double button hold.
Whoa.
Blow it.
Laggy's KD is definitely lower than what he usually would have, and I'm just kind of curious if he's gonna kind of hit that stride at some point, get his rhythm, and we know when Laggy gets his rhythm, it's not a pleasant thing to be on the other side for.
Look at that guy move. He's incredible.
Yeah.
It's kind
Yep,
of
Laggy always very fluid player, probably from all that Beat Saber he plays. Got a countdown for Arc though.
Arc got a countdown, but once again, and I have to say, one of the things I'm most proud about our team, especially with this kind of lineup, it's very aggressive, and these are offensive players, but they all sell out to get those counters, and I take pride in the fact that we are a very difficult team to get a cap specifically on Waterway. Like you have to wipe us, like, and that's kind of our goal. Like we don't want a situation where you're getting points when we have players up. Like, we want to sell out. We want to get to that button. You got to kill us first.
Oh, let's check out the scores. So we got Callie leading on the O side. I mean, she's leading with
10K.
kills and with points right now.
Yeah, she's doing great. She came ready. She's been warming up for like a couple of hours today, so she's she came in ready to go.
Then on the
Yep,
Arc
so we
side,
are
Ichigo leading points. This is
Yep,
kind of
and we're-
interesting. It
Great
looks
kill.
like Arc has more kills, but O is just hanging in there and pulling up the pressure.
Well, it's all about that button cap, and so currently right now Other does have 2 buttons. A lot of pistol sniping from Lion Cat, but it'll be interesting to see if these guys can pull together and get a good push into Arc's base, because it has been a pretty fluid match and very aggressive.
Well, and Arc is so deliberate, like we've seen. When they come out of their base, they immediately start pistol sniping. So that's kind of their default. They have a couple on there almost at every single time. They wait until they get a pick and then they push forward. And so when you have B and they're spawning, it's really difficult sometimes to get into their point because they've got so many accurate players that are just flooding in.
Yep, speaking of that, Odd is diving into the Other's base. It does get taken out by the 2v1 though. You got Laggy running down bottom rail.
Ooh, Laggy almost got both.
Look at Lumi. Just
Did
using
Lumi
the
just
crouch button.
3K?
He's going crazy with that crouch button lately. It's
Yep,
working.
we do have a countdown though from Arc, but it does get quickly taken over by Others. So here we are with only 12:45 left in this match, and we don't even have a point
I'm
yet.
thinking this
Yeah,
could
this
go
is
to sudden
incredible.
death
This is
now.
wild.
And look at this counter.
Great
beat.
counter.
This is what,
Oh my! Look at that!
Oh!
Look at that duck!
Some
Oh
really
my
cool button
goodness.
dancing, and as soon as they take that, they get counter to A. But now there's another
There's
countdown
a
going. There's
countdown.
only 2 alive. There's a button on B.
Oh, Arc gets it. Well done. Well done.
All right, well,
Ichigo
finally
at
cracking
40,
the.
28, Odd at 48 and 24. Yeah, good stuff.
All right,
This is a great
come on.
one.
Oh, you gotta keep it up. You gotta win this now. I want to see if you hold on. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, do want to see a control point. Let's see what kind of aggression we can get from Other here. Looks like they were keeping the pressure on before, but, you know, Arc did get that systematic push in the other person's base, and I think it was a double button hold, most likely on both ends. So
Yeah.
we'll see what they can bring for this second point.
Oh, good pickup of the health. Nice. That
Yeah,
was
that
great.
saved him. He was able to take that kill too. Now he sees another streak down here.
nice.
Oh man, OK is on a tear here.
Is that
And
three
think he
kills?
capitalized.
Okay.
A little low, like you said. They jump out with those pistol snipers immediately. Hard to stay out in the open on B.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And look, Ichigo using the crouch button meta as well. This is like the new thing, man.
It's like they're all doing it. Yeah, I mean, it does work. The crouch button, it does get you really low. Sometimes I feel like I just shoot the guy in the face pretty easily, though. But then you also can't move at that point, too. It's kind of a last-ditch effort, but it does work.
It works when you're not expecting it. When you scrim guys who do this all the time, it's
Yeah,
just so
just
easy
shoot
to
down.
headshot.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Yeah, they're all doing it. They're all of Arc is doing it for sure. I know
It's
that I
funny,
have it
though.
programmed in. I don't use it a ton, but I occasionally just to get into like kind of a crouch angle, especially with rockets or
Yo,
something.
we got another countdown.
countdown?
Fly Cat's the
Countdown?
only one alive, and he's
Oh,
here.
wow.
Whoa, he's trapped at the bottom of B, not the place you want to be at during the
Yeah.
countdown.
I
Yep.
wonder if he knew that was
Bottom of B
happening.
without a
Out of dash.
probably without a dash is what
Yep.
I'm guessing. That's too bad.
Blue takes first elimination.
Well, that was 2 quick points in the past 4
Yeah.
minutes. So
Yeah.
Other does have 10 minutes to bring it back. So hopefully they can get some good points here and give us a good show, because I do want to see a control point.
It would be. That's the goal. That's the dream here.
Quick three
Oh, counter.
buttons, but quick counter by
Countdown right there. And can Lion Cat push up and
Get
cap
to
that?
B.
Or no, we got someone else
They got-
already going. He
they
does
got
take
C back.
dash pickup, get everything there. They've got enough players here where they could push up if they stopped.
Odd with
Now-
a great headshot there.
Arc taking out 4 of their members in quick succession, 5. They pretty much
Whoa, that was a crazy kill. As he jumps up onto the rail.
look at this fight
Oh,
here. We're
there's
getting
another
another
countdown.
countdown. Oh, but they counter they.
Yeah, I
And
thought that was going to
another
be it.
countdown, but that's not going to do it. I think Laggy's going to counter. He does.
Yep, there were 2 other members left at that point, so thankfully they did get that reverse counter. Got Lumi just hiding here in the corner, probably waiting to group up with a buddy for the next push.
Lumi's like, bro, I've tried 1v1ing them. It's too difficult. I'm just going to wait.
At this point, dude, you're just straight up tired. Like, it's exhausting.
Yeah, they've gone a full 15 minutes here. 15 and a half. Oh, Little Bit's the only person alive. This
Breeze.
could very well be it. Oh my god.
That's it.
A little bit did get it, but are they going to get this next?
I mean,
work.
you have to imagine if Ichigo was holding that button, that'd have been it.
That
Could've
may
been
have
it.
been a different story, yeah.
I would have
Wow,
been
Yeah.
I'm very surprised. And this is, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised, man. If he was holding that button,
especially
And you
from
know Odd,
they're
you
known
know
for
Odd
button
after he
holding.
sees Odd,
He's gonna be like, Ichigo, you are having a lecture. Homework.
I mean, yeah.
You're
other
gonna see.
and,
You're
never
gonna
mind.
see
This is
private.
it. This
here
is
it is.
it.
This is it. Oh, you don't have to
That's
hold the
it, that's
button.
it.
You don't have to hold the button. It's a white.
That's it.
Well done.
Wow.
Well
Good
done,
job.
Ark.
Good job. But
Man.
Ichigo is going to get more homework. We do remember the last time that he
Yeah.
allowed a team through
Yeah.
checkpoint because he left the cart. Yeah, Odd got on him, man.
I think that we're gonna
rough
see
boss.
in just a little bit, like probably about an hour. There's gonna be a private lobby from Odd, and it's just gonna be him and Ichigo, and he's just gonna make Ichigo hold a button for like 3 straight hours on Waterway. You're not allowed to move.
But you know what? Great performance by Ark. I mean, good job by both teams. Obviously, it says 3-0, but that was an incredibly close match on both maps, really. 3 seconds.
Those
separating
ones,
the two of
yeah.
them.
Those
And
ones are
this map was
exhausting.
so back and forth. Obviously, Ark in the end took it, and they did a good job of that, but this is incredible performance by both teams.
It was a great, and it's always so much fun playing Arc. You know, when they bring their strongest lineup, and we're able to bring ours, and it just it's always chaotic, but it's such an awesome thing to be able to play against, you know, the best. That's
I mean,
what
so that
that's what
settles
this is
it.
all about.
Yeah.
Finals is now going to be
Arc versus team
Kingdom.
name.
And I
Yep.
think a lot of people have been calling that for months now, saying that that's the likely finals that we're
Yeah.
going to see. So I
Yeah.
mean, I think this is going to be pretty hyped up. A lot of people.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
And so,
I'm-
Gatsby, while you're here, since you're a member of the board, can you explain to us the losers bracket? Because we thought that it was fighting for third, and then it looks like it's fighting for second. So there's a lot of confusion. We're not sure whether the bracket's fighting for second or third.
So I'll have to double check and look at the bracket again. My understanding is that it essentially is going to pit the winner of the losers bracket against the winner of the third place game, if I recall correctly. But I don't take my word for that, because that was an ongoing conversation about how exactly they wanted that bracket to operate. But essentially, the losers bracket is vying for prize money. The point is that you still have a chance to win some of the purse, and that's kind of the goal, is to allow for some more great games and some more great matchups, but also with there to actually be a reward at the end for them. Looks like we got a Laggy and Gamer Smash just chilling.
Maybe a little fun 1v1 between the 2 top players from each team.
There you go.
So great match by both teams. Any shout outs, Gatsby?
Dude, shout outs to Arc, man. That's such a great team. And they've been such a great team, and they've sustained that thing for so long. I just you have to give props for that level of, like, you know, how many teams do we see with just them swapping out players every season, changing things over and over again, and that core with Odd, Lumi, Sage. I mean, Ichigo is fairly new. VX coming in, Wolf. Like, there's just the ability to maintain a team with basically the same core roster, and also maintain that elite, like, top 2-3 every single season is so impressive. So I just mad props to them for that. And then shout out to my team. You know, we've been crazy busy since the season started. With, you know, we got some of the team going to college, some of them going to high school, a lot of people going back to work, and so we haven't been able to spend the same amount of time, you know, practicing and scrimmaging and stuff like we used to. But just, like, to see a performance like that and know that, like, when we bring our A game, like, we're still able to take on and make it a close fight with these kinds of teams is, I think, speaks volumes about the kind of group we got.
Vert, any shout outs from you?
Yeah, shout outs to, I guess we'll just say once again, both the teams. It was a great match. That hold on Canyon was fantastic. Really thought Other was going to make it happen. Definitely some great coordination from Arc, though, to get that final push done. So yeah, shout out to both teams. Great work.
Percent, any shout outs from you?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Vert, who's just recently become a commentator, just been absolutely crushing it, man. We were, like, really hopeful that you would take on our game earlier, and we're really happy that you showed up to do that. And then shout out to Quad for casting both of these matchups last second. Dre obviously couldn't make it. Shout out to Lat and Gatsby. They took their team to the semis. They should be really proud of everything they've done this season, especially with what just happened in that match. And then finally, shout out to Odd and Arc. It's going to be an exciting finals.
Yeah, I'm so hyped for this finals, dude. It's just gonna be a bunch of haymakers thrown back and forth. I'm interested to see if either side. I imagine Odd has something, but I expect that both sides probably have a little something to pull out of the bags of tricks and really make this a good October.
Cool. And I'll give my final shout outs. Let's see. Shout outs to my team, shout outs to HH, and shout outs to 9V. I guess that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have some more matches coming up next weekend. See you guys.
Yep.
Peace.
Have a good one.